Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back to our second episode of Meme Mondays. This is a series on my channel where I play a non-traditional support in the support role to showcase support fundamentals and why they are important and actually matter more than the character that you're playing. Today's episode, we're playing Apollo support, and he's a really cool one because he's actually not technically an off-meta support. He's pretty damn good, especially with his aspect. He gets played quite a bit in the support role nowadays, and he's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of stuff you can do with Apollo. I do want to mention that I am recording the audio for this after the fact, because this was a game that I played with my friends, and I wasn't really planning on turning it into a video, but then I decided it was actually a pretty darn good Apollo game, so I might as well go ahead and make it into a video. So what I'll be doing here is I will be talking about plays I made and things I could have done better or differently, and I'll also make sure to note things that I did bad, so that way you avoid those in the future as well. Yeah. So there's many different ways you could play Apollo support, one of which is the Eros bow route, and that's the one that I'm going because his one scales off of health, and so does Eros bow. So you go Eros bow with the intent of healing your teammates, because the more health you get, the more damage your one's going to do, and also the more you are able to heal your teammates for with Eros bow. So I love going Eros bow whenever I go Apollo support. It does a lot. Now I wouldn't recommend it like every time, because Eros bow is a very easily counterable item, but the out of combat healing is just so nice. Now, it is a mirror match, so that is something to keep note of. We're just about out here boxing the Sobek. I'm not really afraid because of how many potions I have, so even though they're poking me out, I'm not really afraid, and I actually dashed in here, I believe. Yeah, because I just, there's nothing to really be afraid of. I have potions sticking, I am just completely fine. Yeah, so they end up poking us out again, but we're able to go get the red buff here after this wave. It's one of the, Apollo's dual lane is so interesting because you either win it really hard or you kind of stalemate. It's really hard to lose as him because he's super safe. He's able to poke super hard, and his one slowing the attack speed is actually way more noticeable than you might think. And it also gives that attack speed bonus to you and your ADC, so it's just really nice. They have an Apollo too, which is why this lane is kind of interesting. But you'll notice anytime you see an Apollo support, it's really, really like you either win that lane super hard or it's a stalemate. Kind of like Shock. And now we just keep poking the wave, playing on that. We're basically a better version of that Apollo because we can use the one like 3 times and he can't, so. We got some more poke on the Sobek here. The Mez, and they hit the root auto, and he just gets completely toasted there. Now, I could have used the one, I could have used any number of things, but I really just wanted to make sure I got close enough to use the Mez on him. And here, unfortunately, the Nuwa's just dead. There's literally nothing I can do for her there. Because I am completely out of mana. And she was also out of mana. But yeah, we at least got the pick on the Sobek, which was first blood, so. And here the Awilix just kind of trolled. I don't know why she dove me. Anytime that happens, you gotta hit him with the last spam. It's kind of funny. Like, there's no reason for her to dive me there. That was just completely troll. Absolutely no reason for her to dive me there. But you know what? We take those. Because we got the Mez on her. And she didn't even get hit by the Mez, I don't think. But it still gave me the shield, and that's what kept me alive. So we just back. We get T2 Eros bow and some wards. But what I was saying earlier, when we were on that Sobek, I could have just autoed him, I could have done anything, but I really wanted to make sure I was able to get close enough to use the Mez because I knew that Nuwa stun was probably on cooldown. Her root auto was coming back up, which it was. And so my main goal there was just to get super close to him so that way I could hit him with the Mez and give us a little bit of time for those abilities to come off a cooldown. Right here now we're just taking another brawl. Nothing too crazy. Alright, Nuwa gets plucked, so I immediately dash into follow for the movement speed, and also I use the Mez. We hit the shell as well. We were able to get her out, and we provided so much poke as well. Now, Mercury is coming to gank us. I don't know if I don't remember this gank, so I don't know how good it was. Okay, he missed the ult. He's on Sobek. Do we kill the Sobek? Yeah, that's a dead Sobek. The dash there is just the nail in the coffin. There's no way that Sobek gets out after that dash. Okay. Oh, I remember this. I ult like 2 feet for the memes. It was really funny. Not a very good ult. It puts your ult on like 100-second cooldown, so don't do it, but it was just really funny. I wanted to spook him. That was my plan. The plan was to ult there so that way they would think I was going to dive them, but in reality I just go on the minion so that way they stop their back, and that allows Mercury to dash on them under tower if he wants to. That's actually, I don't think he dashed on them under tower, but that's what happened. They stopped their back and ran backwards like to the T2, and he was there, so he was able to get the pick on her. So it's really funny that that worked, but that play is horrible, and I don't ever recommend you do it. It was just something that I thought would be really funny. And it put my ult on a forever cooldown, so that sucks. But yeah, that was a funny play. All right, so now we have Eros bow online. We are going to start rotating middle. Our one's going to start hurting a lot, and we have actually decent attack speed now with Eros bow, gives you 30%. So we're able to build up our passive, which gives us more uses of our one, which means we do more damage. So we're able to get that back camp pretty easily. And now we just go to mid lane, and we're able to help out this Kukulkan. Dash in, hit the mez just for the peel so that way Soy doesn't kill him. And now we're just straight chilling. And here I had vision on the jungler, so I was just trying to get him to back. So I saw the Willix there. If you look at the map, you can see she's over there. And now she's back in left lane. I'm surprised she didn't go on the Cuckoo there, because like she definitely kills him, but probably because of what happened in right, she's a little scared. So now we're just slow clearing the wave, waiting for Cuckoo. We're not trying to one it yet until he gets close enough, so that way he gets the XP. We're just autoing it so that way it doesn't completely die. Or sorry, it doesn't completely kill our minions. I haven't Eros bowed the Cuckoo yet, and that's a mistake. The moment he came to lane, I should have put the Eros bow on him. Oh, never mind, I'm trolling. I'm so sorry. I missed the part when Eros bowed him. That's on me. Okay. And this is an example of just trusting your teammates. What I was doing there is I dashed in. It's really simple. I dashed in. I was like, you know what? I think if I dash in and mez these guys, Kukulkan can ult them. And that's exactly what happened. The Willix, I did not know she was there, so that got a little spooky, but it all worked out in the end. And I missed a lot of auto attacks there. If I hit 2 of those auto attacks, we end up killing the Vulcan, but that's okay.
Anyone got a potion? Come on, guys.
Now we're able to just get out. So we did drop the kill on the Vulcan, but we got him pretty low. So that's a back, and a back is the same thing as a kill anyway. You just lose a little bit of gold because you're not getting the kill, obviously, but that's okay. Now the second item I'm going for is Yogis. Yogis is a phenomenal item to pair with Eros bow on Apollo specifically, because what it allows you to do is A, your Eros bow is going to do more, B, your one is going to do more, and C, it gives you self regen, so you're able to just keep Eros bowing your teammates while you're in the back healing up as well. Like here you can see him autoing the wave, and I was stealing the new offer 49 in auto, and I hit like 5 autos. Like, look at this. She's going to be back to full in a few seconds. Late game Eros bow hits for like 130, 120 a tick. It's so strong. And it does get countered pretty easily, because like anti-heal just kind of ruins that item, but the out of combat healing it has is just so powerful. Look at how scared these guys are.
Enemy missing.
Now I do remember this. So Willix actually stays in right for a very long time, and it's kind of unfortunate because I don't think Mercury really gets anything off of this. Ideally, if you're the jungler in this scenario, that being the Mercury, what you want to do is you want to go for like their camps, since the Willix is in right for a while, but he doesn't. Because we had that vision of her in the ward, and I really want you guys to know she is still in this right lane. I know this because I believe Nuwa dies to hit her in a second here because she's just still here. It might be a little bit later. Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, she is just still in this like right jungle the entire time. She has not left right jungle at all. It's really funny. Missed the one, but it's okay. We hit many auto attacks. He lands the mez, so now his mez is down. I'm as the Apollo. Now I'm just trying to Eros build the Nuwa. Doing whatever I can. Sobek shows up too, so unfortunately she's just dead there. There's nothing that she can really do about that, or I can really do about that with there being 3. I end up being able to ult away. It's just so unfortunate that the Olux was there for so long and we didn't really get anything off of it, but also that the Sobek ganked as well. Now I'm fine. I'm jolting around here. Now what we could have done there is, because we did see that she was there, we could have left a little bit earlier, but we were a little bit confident that we could kill her and the Apollo. It's just the Sobek being there that really kind of fucked us, because I was able to heal the Nuwa for quite a bit. And I don't know, Vulcan really thought he could kill me. That was really funny. But Mercury just kind of saved me. But yeah, we could have definitely backed up and just went for like camps or whatever, but there, other than our back camps and our purple, there's nothing really up, and that kind of just gives up the pressure. So it was just a call that we were like, yeah, we can kill these 2. But then Sobek shows up and the execute just kind of kills her. Because as you saw, I was Eros bowing for so much. Like I was keeping her alive and sustained and healthy for a really long time. Then Sobek shows up and I can't out heal that damage and the execute, so it's just really unfortunate.
Your right tower is under attack. The Pyromancer has arrived.
We need wards.
That's too bad.
Ward right.
Right now we're in a pretty lull state where I'm just like warding the map. We're just kind of rotating. We're just doing what we got to do. I am doing my job though as Apollo, and my job is to be as annoying as possible. So we're dashing in. We didn't dash in there, but like you want to just be dashing in, wanting people on cooldown, mezzing them, just trying to be as annoying as possible. Because your one's actually doing quite a lot of damage at this stage in the game with War Flag, Eros Bow, and Yogis. It does like 300 damage, I want to say, to squishies. It's gonna do like 100 to tanks, because again, the one scales off of your health, not your power. So it's really good to go some health items. You definitely do want to go a little bit more, what's the word, protections in the build, because protections are very good, and you will get like shredded late game to a Kins or a Soul Reaver, but you know, they're usually not going to they're not going to rush a Kins or Soul Reaver, so getting the health early is not a bad idea. And that's why I like doing it in this order. Like I'll get these health items early, and then after that I will get mainly protection items like Pharaoh's Curse. I might get a Draconic skill, because that one gives a lot of protections in addition to health. But usually I get my first, like I get health items early. Like I'll get Eros Bow, Yogis, and then Contagion if they have healing, because Contagion is so good right now. They buffed the passive on it, and the AoE is massive now, and it gives you so many cooldowns. So I'll get those 3 items, and then I'll get protections, and that's kind of like the game plan that I go for. Now we're at 64 in auto with just 2 items. It's just really nice, and we're only level 11 too. So the more we level up, the more we're gonna heal for, the more we're gonna do damage. We're ulting in on this guy to help our Wukong get the kill. And we just keep Eros pointing up. Look at that, 66 in auto now. The sustain on Eros Bow is just phenomenal. Oh, and then Willix shows up again. Poor Wukong. Even though I dashed into the tower, he ended up taking tower aggro, and I think that's really funny. Because I dashed in and hit them. Actually, no, I think I got plucked into the tower and hit them. I don't know. Some way I ended up in the tower, but you can see she's like actually terrified to go in on me, and I think that's really funny here. Like, she just doesn't want to fight me. Because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can like hurt me, but I have so much sustain in my build, and I'm so just healthy that you really don't do anything to me. That's the thing about health, is health doesn't give you protection. So like their abilities are going to hit you for the same amount of damage, but their abilities are only going to do like 1/16 of your health bar, as opposed to like 1/8 of your health bar. And the Wukong just leaves because he got kind of salty. And I'll spoil it, he does not come back. So the rest of this game is kind of super boring, but is what it is. They play it out. They're good sports. They play it out for a few more minutes, and then they do end up just hitting the F6. But now now our job is to really just be toxic. If we want to win, That's what I mean. You want to pick as many fights as you can, because if the enemy team's ever down a player like to a DC or whatever, you have the option of like being chill about it and letting them vibe, or you have the option to play the game, and what you want to do is just pick fights wherever you can. Now look, we got a Willix ulted there. We got hit by so many things there. What happened to my ultimate? What happened to my ultimate there? I'm so confused. What I was gonna say is I remember dying there, but I didn't remember why, and now I remember why. My ultimate. I don't know what happened to my ultimate there. I think I got plucked out of my ultimate, but I was still like in the animation for it. Because I remember I couldn't move. Like I couldn't WASD because I was still in the animation for ulting, so I don't know what happened there, but that's so funny. But yeah, what you want to be doing right now is if the enemy team's ever down a player, like whether it be like they're just like 5 levels down, they're DC'd, they're just like, I don't know, they're AFK, whatever it is, you have the option of either being toxic and letting them like just play the game normally, like farming and whatnot, like wait till 20, blah 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 blah, like normal MOBA stuff, or you have the ability to force fights ASAP, because what happens is then you're always at an advantage if you like you basically turn the game into arena. It's super annoying, but it's just unequivocally the best way to play in that scenario. You turn the game into arena, you're constantly forcing fights, you're making it so the person that's missing or down, if they're down in, if it's the case that they're just down in levels, they never have the chance to catch up. Otherwise you're just constantly forcing fights that you know you can win. And yeah, that call was super simple. They were fighting it right, and I said no, attack the Gold Fury, and everyone agreed. They're like, yeah. Willix ulting me again, but I'm not super worried. I have my 2, I have my shell, I have Mez again. Like I'm just not worried. You can watch Yogis just passively heal me back up. And now we have Eros on our Wukong for 75 on auto attack. We're healing him up, allowing him to just kill their backline. And I think this is where the enemy team actually F6 here. After we kill this Vulcan, I think this is when they give up. It might be a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure it's like right here. Now look, our Wukong's back to full health. Just from Eros. And they have anti-heal on their team. Like Sobek has innate 45% anti-heal. And so it's like, it's just really good. Playing Apollo as like a backline poke support with heals is so funny. Yeah, there's the F6, okay. Now, I want to pay attention to this when we go to the stats screen. This is a 17-minute game, and I want you guys to take a look at the healing that we did. We didn't do as much damage. Like, the longer this game goes, we would have done a lot of damage, but I want you really to look at the healing that we did. We had 7k ally healing in a 17-minute game. That is an insane amount of healing in that long of a game. The longer that game goes, Eros just continues to stack, and it's phenomenal. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.